What's up, guys? So when you're starting to collect or breed ball pythons, what's best to invest in? A rack or tub system or glass aquariums? What's up, YouTube? It's Baker. Welcome back to Blue Line Morphs, guys. New to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, comment down below. Check me out on Instagram, blue_line_morphs. Facebook page is Blue Line Morphs, and Parlor is Blue Line Morphs. New ball python breeding channel, guys. Post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Probably gonna go to Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Once the new year hits, we'll see what happens. Listen, today, long week, no real updates going on, guys. It's what the hell is it? It's Tuesday night for me. Posting this for Wednesday night. So already, I believe Sal from Gomez Pythons, right here, he stopped by with his son over the weekend, film pretty much a rack tour with my collection. So you haven't already done so, go check out Gomez Pythons, man. Go subscribe to his channel, check out the video. I think it's a two-part video. He is doing, guys, I apologize, I look tired, or I seem tired. I'm very tired. He also is doing a nice giveaway of a 3-tub rack system, so definitely participate in that, man. The stuff that he builds is really high quality, really nice, and much better than those wooden racks I keep seeing everybody using. No real update. I mean, my snakes will eat on Sunday. I'm giving them 72 hours to digest. Then I'm going to start pairing again. Everything's going really, really well. The Aussie boy is just about 500 grams, 5 months old, maybe 6 months old. Give him another month and a half. I'm going to give him a shot probably at this pastel etchy pied girl. I wanted to bring something up to you guys. Now, while Sal was here, oh, come here, honey. While Sal was here, he took a look at this girl. This is my big pastel etchy pied girl. Take a look at the head, look at the body. And we know she's pied. He also has a pastel etchy pied. And now he was saying this girl looks a lot lighter, like something else could be involved. Maybe fire or possibly super pastel, but her head isn't as blush as I would see in super pastel. So comment, guys. Let me know what you guys think. You think something else is in here? I don't think so. I think it's just maybe just a different example of a pastel etchy pied. You know, etchy and pastel really do some funky things together, making a high pattern snake. But let me know what you guys think. Probably let you see the snake a little better, huh? Look at the head pattern. Not real blushing. Hold on, honey. Not a typical super pastel. I don't know. It was sold to me as an etchy pastel possible super. Maybe that's why Sal saw a difference. We have no idea. That's just the reality. But if you haven't, you want to see a better look at her, go check out his channel. Get in there, honey. Alright, guys, let's get into today's video. So, I'm not doing like a real breakdown of tubs against aquariums. I'm kind of just going to do a quick little synopsis of a couple pros and cons for each. But I really want to get into like knowing where you're going and deciding what equipment you should need from there. And the reason why I'm making this video straight up, one of my dad's buddies, Dean, is getting back into snakes, and he asked me this very question. And it's funny, these questions kind of come in droves. By the way, I have 2 more racks that are pregnant. What are you doing? Cut it out. I'm trying to bust out. Anyway, I have another 2 litters coming, which is really good. So all my snakes will have some nice pups, especially the little ones. Anyway, so this video is more or less about knowing where you want to go before you decide which one. So if you guys want, I can do like a real nice breakdown of the pros and cons of a tub rack system opposed to an aquarium. I kind of did a video like that once before, months and months ago. Again, at that time, I had a small rack system, just like a sea serpent rack. Never mind this Mama Luke behind me. So I definitely, things have changed a little bit. Let me give you a couple pros and cons, cheat sheet, because I am exhausted. Listen, when it comes to tanks, man, straight up, if you can see the snake. I mean, what's in here? You have no idea, right? I don't even know what's at the cards. Yes, I know they make tubs and they make rack systems that have the clear fronts. I get that. But one of the good benefits of a tank or an aquarium, you get to see the snake more, okay? Now, if you're buying a ball python, you know it's probably going to be in tide majority of the time. So that's on you. You can decorate it, make it look cool, right? They got crocodile heads that are like hides. They got turtle shells, tortoise shells, like this knucklehead over here. What is going on over there? They got turtle shell hides, stuff like that. You can decorate it really nice. You can put your snake on display, right? I'm not saying you got to drop $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a snake, but if you got a really cool looking snake, you got like a black pastel, like Coral Glow, or Coral Black Pastel, whatever, banana black pastel, they look really, really cool. Why not put it on display, right? It can become part of like your furniture. You can have it hang out. There it is, right? It's cool. It's in your living room. If you come to my living room, I got a, lost my cheat sheet. If you come into my living room, I got a boa and I got a retic. It's pretty cool. It's kind of part of my furniture. That's kind of a couple of quick little benefits. Some of the cons. Listen, realistically, if you start putting all your snakes in tanks, you're going to run out of space real soon, right? I got 40 tubs over here. Relatively small. It's like 50 inches by, I'm 6'1", so I don't know, 6.5 feet tall, all right? And I got 40 snakes over here. You know what it would look like in this room if I had 40 different aquariums? Look at a pet store. Wouldn't be that great. I honestly don't believe the snakes like it all that much. Actually, I know, that's not true. I think it kind of goes both ways. But realistically, to make a ball python feel really at home, you have to black out all the sides. It's kind of a pain in the butt to keep the humidity and the heat up to par for your ball pythons. Listen, can it be done? Of course it can be done, guys, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, all right? Those are quick pros and cons of them. When it comes to tubs or rack systems, the biggest pro I can think of is space efficiency. We'll talk about something in a second at the end of these pros and cons, whether or not that should even matter to you. But realistically, the snakes seem to respond a little better. It's like a giant hide for them. You can have more snakes. It's easy to take care of them. It's easier to monitor them. I got one thermostat up there taking care of 40 different tubs, man. Real easy. It's easy to have the room. And again, I have 40 snakes right against this wall. I could probably fit 4 or 5 of these in this room. And let's say, you know, quick math. If I had 4 of them, it's 160 tubs. It's 160 snakes. There's no way in hell I'm fitting 120 aquariums in this room. It's just not going to happen. You know, one of the biggest cons is you really don't get to see your snakes. Okay. We all know ball pythons and burrow animals like to hang out. They like to hang out. They roam around kind of in those grassy like fields over there in Africa. They like this. It is what it is. Like a giant hide for them. But for us, we can't see them, right? Let's be realistic, man. I dropped a few thousand, almost 10 grand between, no, over 10 grand between these 3 tubs right here. They all look the same, right? It's a great tub. It is what it is. Those are quick pros and cons. All right. The reason I wanted to make this video, though, really is to talk about what I've experienced with the tub system so far. Realistically, guys, it just makes my life a lot easier, right? It's that simple. But this is why I really want to make this video, going back to my dad's buddy, Dean. He said, you know, what should I buy? Aquariums or should I buy tub systems? And my question is simple, is what is your plan? All right. If your plan is, hey, listen, I love ball pythons. I want a pied. I want a clown. Maybe a puzzle or something else. Or I like coral glow, black pastels. I'm not trying to breed. I only want a few. Then you know what? Maybe you want to get aquariums. Okay. Maybe you want to set up 2 or 3 aquariums in your bedroom or your living room or your apartment or wherever the hell you are in your man cave. And then you can make it rock, make it work that way. Okay. But if you're listen, by all means, if you can have 3 snakes, you can have a little small sea serpent rack like I have down there. It's a 3-tub sea serpent rack. But if you're looking to have these animals as more like a pet basis type of thing, that's, to me, it's kind of stupid, right? Because you're gonna have like a black box in the corner. I would get 3 aquariums, right? Just you're gonna have to get 3 different thermostats, heat pads, and etc. etc. Maybe have black out the sides. There's all types of videos. Maybe I'll do a video about how to set up a nice aquarium for a ball python on like a budget type of thing. But if you're planning on buying more snakes, let's say you don't want to breed. Let's say you said, you know what? I just want to have a shit ton of snakes. Like maybe like I don't want to breed big, but I want all the snakes like you got. Buy a rack system. They're cost efficient. You can break it down. I think I did a video where I did break it down, like how much each snake apartment is worth or how much it costs. Space efficient, and you're gonna want that space. Now, let's say you just got into ball pythons and you're like, all right, like I want 3 or 4 right off the bat, and I'm planning on breeding. Should I go with aquariums or should I go with tubs? Listen, if you're going to plan on breeding in any capacity, you're going to want to get a rack system. I mean, it's really just that simple. Unless listen, you could stay way low key. Like, you know what? I like pieds. I'm just going to buy a male pied, a female pied, and have 2 different aquariums, and then breed them accordingly. I totally get that. But you have to know where you're going. So if you're going to decide, listen, I want to get into this because I want to breed, then I would highly, highly invest, and I would highly recommend getting a nice rack system. Listen, you don't have to buy, like I try to explain to Dean, you don't have to buy a 5540. Like I have, there's 10 rows here of 4 tubs. You can buy the bottom piece, which has wheels on it, and the top piece just by itself, right? Like the bottom piece, don't quote me, is like 320 something, and the top piece is like 270 or something like that. Then each space in between is a little more cheaper. And the reason why it's cheaper is obviously because the top part has to have this metal up top, and the bottom part has the wheels. So listen, let's say you say, you know what, I want to get into breeding, but I only want to have like 4 or 5 snakes to start off with. Listen, get the bottom row 5540, get the top row 5540. You have a little small mini, you know, essentially this right here, little small version of an ARS 5540 rack, and you'll be set up ready to go. And as you get bigger, you can literally just buy individual sections. That's what I would recommend to do. So if you're getting into ball pythons, you want to start breeding, you think you're going to start breeding, maybe just buy 2 levels of an ARS rack. Then as you expand, as you get bigger, you can add more levels in between. It's that simple. If you think you're going to black out like me, just get a full ARS rack, right? When I first bought this thing from Rob, I only had 8 snakes, and now I got, shit, I don't know, 35. Whatever the case may be. But if you're looking just to have a couple cool snakes, you want to drop a few thousand on a snake, a couple hundred on a snake, you really like your snake, and you just want 1 or 2, by all means, get aquariums, just do your research on it, set it up nice. I think a snake can thrive in either one. You know, I think it's up to preference. I prefer tubs, rack systems because of the quantity of animals I'm going to have. But if you want just a few, just do your research, get it done. If you plan on getting a breeding, don't be a knucklehead. Invest in an ARS rack, at least 2 levels or Freedom Breeder or something like that. That way you get yourself off to a good start. Again, if you guys want me to do like a comprehensive like video on like really breaking down tubs versus aquariums, I can by all means do that. I can even maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe this weekend I'll go buy a quick like 10-gallon tank. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I have a couple left over. I have one. So long story short, a couple of my normal het pie females that were females now have penises. So I have one I believe is a female I'm gonna keep and hold back. That Eve one, the most expensive snake, that was a boy. So maybe this weekend I'll buy like a 20-gallon aquarium, set up a cheap little aquarium ball python setup, show you guys how I would do it. Maybe help a couple people. But listen, know what you want to do, have that plan, and know how big you want to get, and then invest in the equipment accordingly. Don't buy aquariums for 2 or 3 snakes, and knowing you're going to want to get into a bunch of different snakes, and all of a sudden a month later, like, shit, I just spent, you know, X amount of money in these aquariums when I should have just maybe put it into 2 levels of an ARS rack, guys. So that's my advice for Wednesday. Quick little easy video. Let me know if you want me to do 2 other videos on this. There's probably a lot we can talk about when it comes to this. A lot of different experiences, a lot of different opinions. So comment down below, what do you guys think? As always, man, listen, I appreciate it. Be safe. Please remember, watch your 6.